Hello, I'm Dr. Maxwell Little, PhD, a biophysicist and researcher at NIT. I'm here to inform people about what I consider some ominous findings that my group has recently come to find that we've been conducting electromagnetic and geoelectric field tests around the world. The problem started about a year ago in our study when we uncovered disturbing and erratic energy waves, inconsistent with anything known to the scientific community. And we evaluated these waves with a number of computer models, and we were unable to explain them. Normally, electromagnetic energy fields encircle the Earth at regular intervals, as seen on this rendering. Our readings were picking up the distorted patterns, and this had us stumped until my colleague discovered what these wave patterns disruptions were. They were emanating from certain buildings. So utilizing the data points based on GPS readings, we were able to pinpoint the exact locations. Most of these disturbance locations, as we call them disturbance locations, maybe a more ominous name, were clustered in US cities in California and New York. But in cities across the US, Mexico, Canada, even in Europe, Brussels, Hamburg, Madrid, a number of Warsaw, a number of cities around the world had these unusual findings. It took our team several weeks to work out what these cities had in common, and in truth, it was accidental serendipity that we were able to locate, pinpoint the problem. What happened was that one of our researchers was in India. He was conducting some experiments there, and he needed to recalibrate his instruments, basically, not to get too complicated. And to do that, he needed a stable environment, dry environment, and it happened to be the rainy season. His taxi took him to the wrong hotel where he was caught in a tropical storm. Fearing for his delicate equipment, he quickly checked into the nearest hotel, which turned out to be a Trump hotel. Later, once he had unpacked his equipment, he discovered that it wouldn't calibrate. This is a thing that he's done thousands of times, but it just wouldn't calculate. So he, after messing with that for a while, he went to an outside electronics firm to see if that would work. Well, in the electronics firm, it worked just fine. He took it back to the hotel, and again, the readings swung wildly, and very unusual and disturbing readings. This led the researcher, my associate, to go back through his data on unusual seismic activity. What he discovered was that there was a Trump building wherever there was a Trump building. The normal electromagnetic readings were disturbed. However, that wasn't even all. They were more disturbed when there were Trump buildings in tropical locations. And through painstaking research and again, with the computer GPS readings, he went through painstaking process of elimination, and he determined that there were other offices in addition to the Trump offices, and these were the Facebook offices. This explained the troubling readings around Menlo Park, as well as those in various European cities that don't have Trump hotels. So this brings up why I'm making this video. We still don't know the significance of this disturbed activity. However, it's been disturbing to probe this deeper, and we were feeling like we were making good progress until our funding was cut off. This is unusual to say the least. We had contracts with NASA, with the Navy, with various agencies that I'm not allowed to disclose because these electromagnetic waves are very important for all sorts of technological reasons. But all my contracts were suddenly shut down. My field researcher, the one who first discovered this strange anomaly, he disappeared. No one has heard from him in weeks. My 2 research assistants were offered and accepted lucrative positions at Facebook. They signed non-disclosure agreements and are no longer allowed to speak with anyone, including me. The press, initially interested in my story, has suddenly lost interest. Trump and Facebook organizations refuse to talk to me or to comment on what this technological disturbance may be caused by. I'm not allowed to visit any of these buildings. Basically, I'm here to appeal to the public. I don't know what these powerful magnetic field disruptions are or how they affect radar, sonar, ultrasound, or indeed our brains. But it's a question that must be answered. Did I already mention the memory disruption? Okay. I'll soon be starting a GoFund page, but I think that's GoFund, right? Yes. But research of this kind is expensive. I'm also asking anyone, scientist or not, who has observed these potentially life-threatening disruptions to comment below so that when hopefully research resumes, we can coordinate all this data. Anyway, thank you for listening, and see the comments below. Look for our soon up and operating GoFundMe page, and let's together find out what this disturbance is all about. Thank you. Thank you for listening. Is that okay?